to not do this, but it's, things are a bit moving out of control, and I want to nip it in the bud as soon as possible. Yeah. So I'm gonna touch on things a bit. Obviously, I'm not gonna go into too much details because obviously I've done an interview where I speak more about it, and I don't want to mess up somebody's interview that I've done. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be skimming around everything as quick as possible and just get to the point about the whole Dutch situation, as you all want to hear my opinion on it. I wanted to type, but it would end up being a long essay, so I thought the best thing to do is just send something where I could just speak about it. And I've been advised to not do this, but it's, things are a bit moving out of control, and I want to nip it in the bud as soon as possible. Yeah. So I'm gonna touch on things a bit. Obviously, I'm not gonna go into too much details because obviously I've done an interview where I speak more about it, and I don't want to mess up somebody's interview that I've done. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be skimming around everything as quick as possible and just get to the point about the whole Dutch situation, as you all want to hear my opinion on it. I wanted to type, but it would end up being a long essay, so I thought the best thing to do is just send something where I could just speak about it. And I've been advised to do that. I'm going to skim around it again just to give you context onto why I've chosen not to speak about it and why I'm taking my time with the situation. So a while ago, as you all know, there's a situation that time when I addressed something to do with Conan, and I spoke on something which came out to be premature. And I spoke on things I was presented evidence by people, because it's not something I would have addressed publicly if I didn't. People are like, no, look at this, look at that, sending me this, sending me that, sending me that. So I spoke on something, right? And then people on the Play Dirty Cam reached out to me and said, nah, boom, 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 boom. They've sent their evidence and saying it's not true. Now, with that situation, I haven't got 100% truth or proof to call out my man, whatever. So I had to retract the statement and I had to apologize. And I got a lot of backlash off that. Do you understand? And also, just even on a human level, look, I'm going to skim around it again. Human level, I'm thinking, right, I could have probably ruined my man's career by putting something like that out without 100%. And I thought like I had the evidence to do it, because I would have done it otherwise. And it wasn't coming from a place even to ruin my man. It was more of a coming from a place where that to show the youth, whatever. Do you understand? So I got backlash, and it was you lot were under comments and saying, you owe my man an apology, you was wrong, you lot were getting on to me. So obviously, as a humble person, I said, you know what? Moving forward, just in certain situations where you can affect someone and completely rub someone out, yeah, I'm going to wait for things to unfold and think twice on touching on it. Human level, I'm thinking, right, I could have probably ruined my man's career. I'm going to skim around it again just to give you context. Pac-Man behind, and there was a situation as well with Pac-Man behind the scene. A lot of people don't know. Same thing. I've posted something of someone, then it's come on to me. I'm going back and forth behind the scene, whatever. And it's a lot of negative energy, because with you lot, it's just a post. With me now, if someone says something to offend me, or I do something to offend somebody, I'm not like a female blog page. I hold myself accountable, and I'm held accountable. So now I'm having situations behind the scenes where he can go like, you can understand, I don't live a certain lifestyle. Do you understand? But if violations taking place, it's going to take people back to a place where they don't want to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? So to you lot, it's just a post. But you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to skim around it again. Just a situation. With all those situations, I said to myself, you know what? Unless it's fully signed, sealed, and concrete, especially an allegation like that where you can rub someone completely out, ruin someone's career. If there's that 1%, my man can flip it and say, like, it was this, or it was that, or I was chatting to whatever. Yeah. If I turn around and say, I have my feelings towards it, I wouldn't, me personally, I've read the whole thing, especially the 14-year-old one, which I just saw yesterday. And now I don't know about the 17-year-old. I don't know if it's true, because, for example, if I'm chatting to a girl, she tells me she's 17, I'm cutting out the conversation. It's like ASAP. There's nothing more needs to be said. And and we're the 14-year-old. I'm not in get like if I'm talking to a 14-year-old, like say a family member, like in that conversation, you're gonna hear stuff like situation with all those situations. I said to myself, you know what? Unless it's fully signed, sealed, and concrete, especially an allegation like that has mum, has, do you know what I mean? It'll be more family orientated. Do you know what I mean? That's me. I can speak on me. Do I think what I've seen is wrong? 100%. 100%. Like, 100%. And there's no two-way about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Has mum, do you know what I mean? It'll be more family orientated. What I'm waiting to do, because remember, it's what I hear things behind this. What I do, what I've done in the situation, which I felt. Remember, I'm a human being first. I'm not just a blogger. As much as you lot just want to see content, I'm a human being first. In certain situations, as you grow in the industry, you build relationships with people. People are saying he's my boy and that I haven't got Dutch's number. Dutch ain't my boy. So people are saying you're protecting your boy. People are saying you're defending. I haven't even defended anything. I've just not said nothing. But what I've done, in real life, I've contacted who I needed to contact in real life and saying, yo, like, what's good? This is not looking good. What's going on? I've been told what I've been told. And I've been told statements, boom, 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 hold tight. And then there's other people I know saying, boom, the family. I'm not going to get into it, but some of the families are saying it's not like whatever. So what I'm doing is I thought, you know what, the responsible thing to do in this situation is sit back. I have my opinions. I 100% have my opinions. But what I'm waiting to do, because remember, it's what I hear things behind this, but I'm going to sit back, wait for things to unfold more. And then when I feel I'm in a position to come forward and speak on it, then I'll speak on it. You feel me? Good to say that, but I'm going to say that I'm clout chasing. I use this incident to clout chase. Yo, Easy Mills interviews. Do you think production, everything, you could just ring them an hour before and say, yo, and everyone's going to be there? No, it doesn't work like that. Easy Mills was booked from last week. I'm doing press runs. I've got a few interviews booked up. Easy Mills was booked from last week. And what you understand, people are saying, oh, you want fame, this, that. Brother, I could have been had fame if that's what I was after. Do you know what I mean? I could have been had fame. Like, if people that know me, I could have been had fame. Fame is not something that's new. I could have been in rappers' videos. I could have been rolling around with rappers. That's not my agenda. Me actually doing this press run, which was booked from before, is from a good place. I am where I am today from studying a lot of grades and watching a lot of interviews. That's actually what helped me. Like, a lot of people, studying a lot of people is like kind of like my mentorship. So I felt like, I always said this when I come into the game, like, I'm like almost 5 years in the game. I feel like I've done enough and I'm qualified enough to like potentially speak on things. Say that I'm clout chasing. I use this incident to things where a youngster that's out there that might not be in the best place can see, raw, my man done it, my man flipped it. Maybe I can. That was actually the basis of my interviews, come from a pure place. And then people are flipping it and saying you're clout chasing, you're looking for fame. It just happened to be on the day that